Hey Austin, this is Austin with Ridgeline Results. I believe James spoke with Wayne the other day about getting you guys this custom video with some free tips about getting in front of your competitors online. So most likely you're asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, I'm glad I can read minds because oftentimes in the world of internet marketing, most local business owners are too busy running their own business to see how online marketing can benefit them. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is that they don't know who an expert is and who isn't. So I've found by giving people an easy blueprint of actual things they can do today um, to get ahead of competitors online for free. That has resulted in some of them saying, hey man, I like what you have to offer. Let's work together. So by the end of this video, if you want to take the tips and run and implement them yourself, no harm, no foul. But if you want to talk to us about getting more customers through online marketing, we'd love to set up a call and learn a little bit more about your business. So let's get started here. A couple things I want to talk about today are going to be some site content, and then we're going to talk about a little bit of backlinking, which is a vote from another site to your site. They're pointing towards your site, telling Google why you should be number one. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is your local listing and some optimization you can do there to get ahead of competitors. So one thing with content is that you want your H1, it's called your header title, to be something you want to rank for. So I see you've got remodeling done right. Something you definitely would want to change that to, and I did a little keyword research here, is home remodeling. They get 50 searches a month in your area. This is in Naperville. They get 50 searches a month. So that's 50 potential calls that you're going to be missing out on if you're not optimizing that H1 tag. And we'll go back and I'll kind of tell you what I would do here is I would name this home remodeling Naperville, Illinois. A lot of people like to put their name in there, but definitely don't need to because you've got it up here and they're going to see it in the content and when they click on your link. And another thing with that title that you want to do is optimize your meta title. This is what this is called. You want to optimize this for that same thing. So you want this to be home remodeling, and as you saw, bathroom remodeling was huge on that keyword list. Bathroom remodeling, or I would do home remodeling period, bathroom remodeling, Naperville, Illinois, because you got your name down here already and you've got your name up here. So I wouldn't worry about having that in your title at all. Um, then we'll go back to the site and talk a little content on here. So Google likes to see about 1,000 to 1,250 words on your home page. We like to go above and beyond that. We usually do around 1,500 on the home page. And it's all going to include those keywords that people are searching for. So we're going to have stuff with bathroom remodeling, home renovation. We're going to, talk about deck building because I saw you guys do that as well. But we're going to have all that stuff on your home page here. And it looks like you got a pretty good chunk of content there. A couple things down here in the reviews, which is good. But we definitely want to beef that content up. And then another thing with photos, you want to make sure to rename these what they are. So if this was like a flooring remodel or like whole home remodel in Aurora, you'd want to name it that because you want to tell them what you're doing and where you're working. It's all about telling Google, what you do, where you do it, and why you should be number one. Um, Another thing with service, before we jump off this topic, is service pages. You want to do that same thing. You want to name those things. So if we click on this, bathroom remodeling, you're going to want to name it bathroom remodeling Naperville. And the same with that meta title we talked about. You're going to want to name those, and then service pages, I think a good rule of thumb is to have around 500 words at least on those service pages. Again, talking about why you should be up there in front of these customers. So that kind of wraps up content. As you can tell, it's very, very important to Google and very, very important to getting ranked for the services you offer. So with that being said, we'll talk a little bit about links here. So I pulled your site up in our little tool here that we use. And it looks like you've got two referring IPs. So these are two domains that are pointing to you. And usually we like to see a lot more than that. What we do is we go in and look at how many your competitors, your top competitors have, and we can copy their links. We'll just go in and figure out what good links they have and copy them. And I like to add at least 100 on top of that to get us, established in that number one spot, and then we'll maintain that spot. One thing with links I do want to say, they're not all created equal. So if you had a link over here from Pizza Hut, that thing's not going to be near as valuable as something from a relevant site like yours, say a deck builder from another area, or a home good store, talking about outdoor remodeling or interior remodeling, something like that. And with that being said, the relevant sites, that's going to boost your trust and citation flow. And that's something we definitely need to do here. So we usually, a good rule of thumb for citation is we like to be, 25 to 30 on that. And then trust flow, we like to be around at least 16. When we go grab links, we don't do anything under a 10. So being under 0, that's something we got to get fixed up there. But I'll kind of wrap that up with backlinking. Otherwise, we'll be talking about this stuff all night. It's pretty crazy. The next thing I wanted to talk about with it is your local listing and some optimization to do there. A big thing with this is add all the photos you got. And when you add these photos, you want to rename them, like I said on your site, you want to rename them to stuff that you're doing in the areas that you're doing it. So if you do a kitchen remodel in Aurora, you want to name this thing Kitchen Remodel Aurora. So when Google bots crawl this thing, they don't actually see your photos. What they see is the text behind the photo. So like I said, same thing with the site. That's all they see, and you want to make sure you're telling them what it is and where you're doing it. Sorry. The next thing is you want to fill this thing out as much as possible. Google likes to see you use their platform and use it to the fullest. So it's kind of like you're patting them on the back, saying, "Oh, Google, good job. You gave us all this stuff to do. We're gonna do it." And in return, they're going to reward you and rank you higher for, fully optimizing their stuff. And then the last thing with this is going to be reviews. So your top competitors are going to have a lot of reviews, and we've got a reputation management thing. It's a sheet you send out to all of your previous customers asking them to leave you a review. And we usually find it's best to send that by text and get actual responses and get them to leave them. And we can go check this out over here. So if you look at these guys are all up around 40. So we definitely want to get ahead of them on that game as well. Just another thing that'll help you rank for home remodeling. And then another thing I'd like to check out, this tool is really cool. This is called a heat map. And sorry, I've got the wrong one pulled up. We'll go back to you. I'm going to show you that one later. And this, basically what this heat map does is, you saw those dots, that tells me when someone searches this keyword, home remodeling near me, we have your business pulled up as well, but when they search home remodeling near me on one of these dots, it's going to be where you pop up for that search term. So you definitely want to be in these top 3 spots, which are most valuable, because like I said, people usually don't go any further than those top 3 spots on the maps and organic listings below the map. So as you can see, that's definitely something we would want to work on here. You pop up number 1 right around your area, but we want to get you number 1, way out in these outskirts and different towns and whatnot. That's just a lot of customers that you're definitely missing out on, not being in the 1, 2, 3 in these areas. And so now we'll go back to that one I had pulled up. This is one that we work with, and this is like what we would like to do for you. Sorry, I can't find it. There it is. So yeah, this is like what we would want to do for you, get you guys up in these spots in the surrounding areas, and once it populates here, you will see, being in these top 3 spots is very valuable. This site actually brings us about 50 to 60 calls a month, which is very good. But yeah, once the city populates, you'll see that the main city limit is kind of right in here. So that's kind of the city limit. We actually got them, ranked in these different areas way out away from town, which is great. And it's just all the more visibility that you get. So a couple things I wanted to talk about, things we do. One of them's local lead domination. And what that is we go and we build sites. Say this was Chicago, and over here's Aurora, Naperville, and you got Elgin. Say that's what we were going for. We would build sites out in these different areas where we can't get you to rank, and we'd rank those sites with your logo on them and send every single call and email that we get directly to your business. So it's a great way to really dominate the local market, and get in front of customers in all of those different cities. The next thing that's really great is Google Ads. We've seen a lot of great return on Google Ads and running them in these different areas, for those highly searched terms. We fully optimize them to get you the cheapest clicks possible. And then the last one that we do is going to be Facebook ads. Facebook ads are huge to get your business name out there, and we'll target people with previous searches for home remodeling, deck building, or everything along those lines. We'll target those type of people that are interested in that, and it'll constantly pop up on their feed, and they're going to get your name in their head, and they're not going to forget you. And then I think I forgot to mention, so the stuff we talked about on your site, we definitely do that too. That would be like our SEO packages. We'd go in, fully optimize your site, do all that back end backlinking and stuff, and get you guys, your site #1 in the area for all of those search terms. So I hope this video helped. And like I said, if you want to take these tips and run, no harm, no foul to us. But if you want to talk to us about getting some more customers online and doing some online marketing, we'd love to set a call up with you and talk more. But hope this video helped, and look forward to talking with you. Thanks, Austin. Have a good one. Bye.